visit all the places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real food, not the GMOs. I wanna make moves, call the shots like the boss. I wanna love like I never lost.
Thank you for tuning in to Desertwood Days. I am your host, Kathy Blaze, and today we have some fabulous guests here with you. Sitting on my couch today is Mr. Ashlin Hatzer.
Ashlin.
Ashlin Hatzer.
Don't worry, it happens all the time.
I'm sure it does. But welcome to Desertwood Days.
Thank you. It feels good to be here on the couch.
Such a pleasure.
Yeah.
So, Ashlin, you are a filmmaker.
Yes, I am.
And how long have you been a filmmaker?
Since I was 7. My mom, she got a little point and shoot camera, and I found out that there was a pause button on that when you were recording. So I was playing around with my friends, and I found out that if you put the camera on a chair and have a friend walk in, you could press the pause button, he walks out of frame, and he disappeared. So it kind of all started there, and then I started filming more stuff, and I fell in love with editing, and now here I am making real films.
Awesome. So I guess we can say it was your mother that inspired you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
To get into the field of filmmaking.
Yeah, I had just moved to New Jersey, and she was like, I had no friends at the time. I had just moved. And she suggested, hey, you should go to film school and kind of learn some stuff there. I heard about this place. One of her work friends told her about it. So she literally was the catalyst. Like, she gave me the first camera. It was like, good. She bought me my first little Sony Handycam. Good. She signed me up for film school. Good.
That's what mamas do.
Yeah.
That's what the mama bears do. They take care of their little ones.
I come from a very creative family. My mother is an excellent drawer, artist, and stuff like that. She makes her own jewelry.
You were around the arts growing up.
Growing up, I was very into all that stuff. So.
Okay. So are there any other filmmakers or actors in your family as well?
No other filmmakers or actors. That is just for me.
Have you ever been in front of the camera?
Now. No, I dropped out of college my first year, like 2 months in. It just wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you.
But I decided to go back, actually, to Huntington University. And I found out that was for me.
Okay.
And it kind of, the idea was that I really love doing this, but if I love doing this so much, I should be open to mastering my craft.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let's go out of my comfort zone and go back to college. So now I'm doing work with them. This semester just started.
So you were able to go back to school and stay in school because you found something that you're passionate about.
Exactly.
Yes.
I thought that I was passionate about psychology, but it just wasn't there for me.
Was that something you thought you were passionate about, or is that something someone had told you in your younger years?
It was definitely me who wanted to be a psychologist. Because growing up, I made friends with, I was kind of a misfit, so I made friends with other misfits. And,
well, you know what, in the world of film, we're all misfits.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Like, this kind of niche is so fun because everybody's weird.
Yes.
Nobody gets into filmmaking who isn't like an oddball.
That's true. And if you aren't, usually they don't stay into it.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't fit.
These guys are so weird, and then they run away.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So, can you tell me about your first film project that you worked on?
I can, but it's embarrassing. I got a bunch of my friends together, and there was an old video game called The Slender Man. And it was like this tall guy without a face who chases you around the woods. And I really liked that game. So I was like, let's turn that into a movie. And I was like, an episodic series on YouTube. And I was like 12 when I did that. And as you could imagine, a 12-year-old's rendition of a poorly put together game can get a little bit
Well,
cringy.
when you're
but-
12, it's not weird or goofy or corny or whatever the things you can think of it now that when you look back.
yeah.
I mean, you were thinking, "Oh, I did it. That was a
Oh yeah, I was
a
like
great
so
production."
excited. Oh my God, it's great. I told my mom, listen, when we wrap, I want to make everybody cookies because nobody wanted to be there. I'm still getting used to people wanting to actually do work, people who enjoy the medium. Because back then it was like just my friends who were begrudgingly there because they didn't want to disappoint me.
Right.
So I was like, come on, Mom, let's make them some cookies and we'll have a wrap party. And
So now that you're doing this, and I'm going to say professionally, do you find that it's easy to find people to support you and support what you're doing?
yeah, for me, I'm kind of somewhere between an introvert and an extrovert. It depends on the day for me, but meeting new people is kind of scary for me.
Oh, okay.
Once I get to know them, I'm like, perfect. But so it takes a little bit of work from me.
And you have to sit beside this weird lady Kathy today, huh?
Yeah, this is messing up my lines and going out of place. No, this is the first time we're doing this, for the record.
Yes, it is. So back to our question.
Yes, back to the question.
As far as finding people to support you, you see a huge difference in that.
Yeah, people love to do this stuff. I insist on paying people. I will not make a film with anybody unless I can pay them, because I work for free a lot, and I want to make sure that on my sets
that you're able to pay people.
It needs to be kind of like they do me such an amazing, like their acts, like they put on such amazing acts. The one I just did, stunning. Like the actress, like several people have actually cried from the film. So like I'm like, these actors are doing so much for me.
They're giving you a lot.
Giving me a lot, because if it wasn't for them, it would just be me in a bedroom writing down like stuff and posting it to like Tumblr or something.
So Ashlin, you were speaking about your new film and the actors giving so much.
Yeah. Corey Presley, I'm gonna out him on the show. He's very public about it. He came from a very troubled past, and he was an addict in his past. And I put out the casting call on Facebook, and he actually reached out to me, and we had a whole conversation about, well, if you're gonna play an addict in this film, then are you gonna be comfortable doing that?
Right.
And he was like, listen, that was something that I defeated long ago. But he definitely went in there and he blew us all out of the water. Like nobody expected it.
Wow.
So
you brought us a media today to show a little bit of your film?
Yeah. Is it cool if I get a quick synopsis so there's context?
Yes.
So it's inside of a guy's mind. It's not like really literal. It's more experimental.
Oh.
But essentially, it's a guy who is he runs away from home to write poetry and do drugs, essentially, is the best way to put it.
Are you able to tell us the name of the film?
Oh, yeah. It's The Chemical Burden, kind of this idea that there's an overwhelming burden on somebody, and it's chemical.
Okay, well, let's take a look at The Chemical Burden.
Yeah, yeah. It still gets me, which is, I think, a sign that I did it right.
So how did your actor feel after this?
Um, he was very, very proud of all of our performances, because I think, um, coming from a place of kind of this darkness and being surrounded by people with addiction, like horrible addiction. I spent a lot of time kind of learning how things worked, and I think I did a pretty realistic job of capturing everything, mental at least. I think I did a good job, and he seems to agree. Um, all of the actors, all two of them.
So where did this come from, Ashley?
Yeah, so I when I dropped out of college, I moved into an inner city, and I had some friends who had really bad drug addictions, and one of them, Nico, he decided to get clean, but he ended up overdosing 2 days later, and he died.
Sorry to
So
hear that.
coming from such an honest and genuine place, I think is really what gave me the ability to write something like this, you know?
So this is something I'm still really touched by the film. I mean, you poured your heart and soul into this because this wasn't like something you just created. These you got it because of friends.
Mm-hmm.
You experienced this. So how was it to put it out there for the world and wonder if people are really going to accept your work?
It was scary, man. Because I was sitting in my bed and that scene with the ghost, I'm like, nobody's going to understand this experimental David Lynch gobbledygook. And then it airs and people are, because it premiered at Valorfest,
Okay.
where it won an award.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
well
you.
deserved.
So people were like coming up to me and they're like, oh man, this is crazy. And the DP who worked on it, he was like shaking. And I was, the entire time I had chills up and down my back. But then we entered into another film festival. And the first film festival, went to Valor and won one of the awards. We didn't win the best fest. And then we went to Fastigious International that's held in Los Angeles, and we won Best Experimental.
Wow. And you brought something to show us
Yeah,
today.
yes, I did. I've just been showing this around to everybody
Yes.
who will look at it. I'm so proud of it.
Congratulations. Let me take
Yeah, take a look at it.
Look.
I got that in the mail.
Experimental film, The Chemical Burton, Ashlin Hatzer, Fastigious. I can't read. Look, I ain't got no glasses and I can't see this. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
I got that in the mail, and I'm like, just staring at this for minutes. Like, that's my name.
Yes, congratulations.
That's my name. It's such an honor. It really is such an honor. Any
recognition for your work is such an honor,
totally.
I must say.
It will officially launch on October 30th, and I find out if there's going to be another film festival that I find out the results from on October 30th.
Wonderful. Where can our audience find you?
You can find me at Instagram. My Instagram is Ash Hatzer Film, ASHHATZER Film. My Facebook, I'm like the only person who you get when you look up Ashlin Hatzer.
Okay.
And you can go to my website only if you are on a desktop because the mobile version is broken and I don't know how to fix it. But that's ashlinhatzer.com.
Well, it was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
And congratulations to you, your whole team, and cast and crew.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us here at Desertwood Days, and we look forward to seeing you next time.